The Lord will make you the head, not the tail. If you pay attention to the commands of the Lord your God, that I give you this day, and carefully follow them, you will always be at the top, never at the bottom. Deuteronomy 28:13. Chosen one, pause for a moment and feel the weight of this moment. You didn't stumble upon this video by chance. No, something deeper, something divine has drawn you here, whispering to your soul that now is the time for transformation. You are standing at the edge of a new beginning, where the dreams you've carried, the prayers you've whispered, and the faith you've held onto are about to burst into reality. God is moving in your life, chosen one, and He's calling you to leave behind the shadows of doubt, the chains of fear, and step boldly into a season of prosperity, purpose, and divine abundance that will leave the world in awe of His power in you. Before we dive into this life-altering revelation, I need you to take 3 simple steps to align your spirit with this divine message. Pause this video, hit that like button to amplify the energy of God's truth, and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones walking this path of faith and transformation. Then, in the comments below, type the number 777, a powerful symbol of divine perfection and spiritual awakening. This act signals to the heavens that you're ready to receive the blessings God has prepared for you. If your heart is stirring, if your spirit feels alive, stay with me until the very end, because this message is meant for you. You're about to discover why everything is finally beginning to happen, and how God is preparing you for a life of joy, wealth, and unshakable purpose. Chosen one, can you sense it? That spark deep within you, that quiet certainty that something extraordinary is unfolding. This is no ordinary moment. God has been weaving a divine tapestry in your life. Every thread of struggle, every moment of faith, every tear you've shed, leading you to this sacred turning point. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. This promise is not just words, it's a divine contract. A guarantee that your life is shifting from lack to abundance, from uncertainty to certainty, from waiting to receiving. You are entering a season where God's favor will overflow, where your deepest desires will take form, and where your life will shine as a testament to His glory. This transformation is not just about financial wealth, though God's provision will touch every area of your life. It's about a complete renewal of your heart, your mind, and your purpose. Picture waking up each morning with a peace that surpasses understanding, knowing that your needs are met, your purpose is clear, and your actions are changing the world. This is the life God has designed for you, a life of prosperity that flows not just into your bank account, but into your relationships, your health, and your ability to lift others up. You're not here to merely get by. You're here to thrive, to radiate God's light, to reflect His love in everything you do. The world may have tried to dim your shine, but God is declaring, now is your time to rise. What does it mean to leave everything behind for this divine moment? It's not about abandoning your responsibilities or turning away from those you love. It's about releasing the burdens that have weighed you down, the doubts that say you're not enough, the fears that keep you stuck, the habits that no longer serve God's purpose for you. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. 2 Corinthians 5:17. This is your invitation to shed the old version of yourself, the one tethered to worry, comparison, or the expectations of others. God is calling you to embrace a new identity, rooted in His truth, His love, and His unending promise of abundance. As you step into this divine shift, something miraculous will begin to unfold. Your perspective will transform. Where you once saw barriers, you'll see open doors. Where you once felt scarcity, you'll feel overflow. This is the power of aligning with God's will. When you trust in His plan, you unlock a stream of blessings that cannot be contained. Think of Abraham, who heard God's call to leave his familiar life and step into the unknown. By faith, Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. Hebrews 11:8. Abraham didn't have a roadmap, but he had faith. And because of that faith, God blessed him beyond measure, making him the father of nations. You too are being called to trust, to step forward, and to leave behind anything that hinders the fullness of God's plan. This moment is bigger than you. It's about becoming a vessel for God's goodness, a light that shines so brightly it inspires others to seek Him. When you live in faith, when you walk in God's purpose, you become a living testimony to His power. People will look at you and marvel, how are they so peaceful, so prosperous, so full of joy? And the answer will be undeniable. It's God's hand upon your life. Your transformation will ripple outward, touching your family, your community, and even strangers who see the light of Christ in you. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5. Chosen one. God's plan for you is not small. It's vast, limitless, and overflowing with possibility. But to step into this divine abundance, you must choose to live a life of goodness, kindness, and unwavering faith. The Bible instructs us, do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. This is your calling to rise above negativity, to choose love over hate, to extend a hand to those in need, just as God extends His hand to you. Living a life of goodness doesn't mean you're flawless. It means you're intentional. It means choosing forgiveness over bitterness, service over selfishness, generosity over greed, knowing that every act of kindness sows seeds for greater blessings. As you walk this path, you'll discover that prosperity follows obedience. When you align your actions with God's will, when you choose righteousness, the doors of opportunity swing wide open. Consider Joseph, who faced betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment, yet never wavered in his faith. The Lord was with Joseph, and he became a successful man. Genesis 39:2. Joseph's prosperity wasn't just about wealth. It was about purpose, influence, and the ability to save nations. Your life, too, is meant to make an impact. Every step you take in faith, every choice you make to live with integrity. Let's pause and anchor this truth in your spirit. In the comments below, type 888, a number symbolizing new beginnings and divine abundance, or write, "Thank you, Lord," to declare your gratitude for the blessings already on their way. This comment section is a sacred space filled with thousands of chosen ones who believe in God's promises and trust in His plan. When you comment, you're joining a powerful community of faith, amplifying the energy of your prayers and aligning your spirit with God's purpose. Together, we create a ripple effect of hope, transformation, and divine power that cannot be stopped. Chosen one. The world may tell you that wealth and success come from hustle, competition, or stepping over others. But God's way is different. His abundance flows from trust, surrender, and living a life that honors Him. But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Matthew 6:33. When you put God first, when you prioritize His will, everything else falls into place. Your finances, your relationships, your purpose. This isn't about chasing wealth. It's about receiving the overflow of God's goodness as you walk in His truth. Imagine waking each day knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you were created to do. This is the life God has for you, a life of purpose, joy, and unshakable peace. But to fully embrace this reality, you must release the lies that have held you back. The lie that you're not worthy, the lie that your chance has passed, the lie that God's blessings are for someone else. See, I am doing a new thing, now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. God is doing something new in your life right now, and it's time to believe it, claim it, and walk in it with confidence. Your transformation is not just for you, it's for the legacy you'll leave behind. When you live a life of faith and goodness, you plant seeds that will grow for generations. Your children, your community, even strangers you'll never meet. They will be touched by the overflow of God's blessings in your life. Think of Ruth, who chose loyalty and faith over comfort, becoming part of the lineage of Christ. Your people will be my people, and your God my God. Ruth 1:16. Her faithfulness created a legacy that changed the world. Your choices today, your decision to live righteously and trust in God, will create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your lifetime. Chosen one. The enemy may try to distract you, to pull you back into doubt or fear. But the Bible assures us, no weapon forged against you will prevail, and you will refute every tongue that accuses you. Isaiah 54:17. You are protected, empowered, and chosen. The devil's schemes cannot touch what God has blessed. When you stand firm in faith, when you refuse to let negativity or temptation sway you, you become a force that cannot be stopped. Your light shines brighter than any darkness, and your life becomes a testament to God's power and love. As you step into this new season, expect God's blessings to come in ways you never imagined. A financial breakthrough that appears out of nowhere, a relationship restored, a peace that fills your heart even in chaos. These are not coincidences. They are divine appointments, orchestrated by a God who loves you beyond measure. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. Deuteronomy 28:12. This is his promise to you, a promise of abundance, provision, and a life filled with purpose and joy. Living a life of divine abundance means living with intention. It's not just about receiving blessings, it's about sharing them. When God pours out his favor, he expects you to be a conduit of his love. Freely you have received, freely give. Matthew 10:8. Every act of kindness, every moment you help someone in need, every time you forgive instead of holding a grudge, these amplify God's blessings in your life. When you live generously, you create a cycle of abundance that flows not just to you, but through you to others. Chosen one, you are not here to blend in. You were created to stand out, to shine, to be a living example of what happens when you trust in God's plan. The world needs your light, your faith, your goodness. Right now, as you hear these words, feel the truth sinking into your spirit. You are not ordinary. You are not bound by this world's limitations. You are a chosen one, handpicked by God to live a life of prosperity, purpose, and impact. You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. 1 Peter 2:9. As you move forward, release the need to control every outcome. Trust that God is working all things for your good, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. Your job is not to figure out every detail. It's to trust, obey, live righteously, and let God handle the rest. When you surrender to his plan, you open the door to miracles, breakthroughs, and a life that exceeds your wildest dreams. Let's anchor this truth one more time. In the comments below, type, "I am ready, Lord," or the number 888 to declare that you're stepping into this divine season with faith and expectation. This comment section is a holy ground, a gathering of thousands of chosen ones uniting in faith, amplifying the power of God's promises. When you comment, you're not just sharing words, you're joining a movement of faith, declaring to the heavens that you believe, that you're ready, that you're stepping into the life God has for you. Together, we are unstoppable, rooted in the unshakable love of God. Chosen one, the world may try to define you by your past, your mistakes, or what you lack. But God defines you by His purpose, His love, His vision for your life. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are a child of the King, destined for greatness, destined for abundance, destined to make a difference. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139, 13-14. You were created with intention, with purpose, with a divine spark that sets you apart. God's timing is perfect, and now is the moment when everything begins to align. God has heard everyone, and He is moving on your behalf. The Lord is not slow in keeping His promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, He is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. 2 Peter 3:9. His patience is your preparation, and His promises are your guarantee. Living a life of divine abundance means living with purpose. It means choosing faith over fear, forgiveness over bitterness, generosity over selfishness. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. Luke 6:38. When you live with an open heart, trusting in God's provision, you create space for His blessings to flow. Your generosity, your faith, your goodness, they are the keys that unlock the storehouse of God's abundance. Chosen one, this is not just about receiving wealth. It's about becoming a vessel for God's glory. Your prosperity is not just for your comfort, it's for His kingdom. Your purpose is not just for today, it's for eternity. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. When you dedicate every action to God's glory, you unlock a flow of blessings that cannot be contained. Your life becomes a magnet for divine favor, a beacon of hope, a testimony to the power of faith. As you embrace this divine transformation, your confidence will grow not in yourself, but in the God who created you. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Philippians 4:13. This is not about self-reliance. It's about God-reliance. When you trust in Him, you can face any challenge, overcome any obstacle, and step into any opportunity with boldness. The world may say you're not enough, but God says you are more than enough. You are His masterpiece, created for good works, prepared in advance for you to do. Ephesians 2:10. Chosen one, as you stand at the threshold of this divine season, know that the enemy will try to pull you back with whispers of doubt, with shadows of fear, with the weight of past mistakes. But hear this truth: you are stronger than any lie the enemy can throw at you. The Bible declares, "The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." 1 John 4. You are armed with the power of God's Spirit, the truth of His word, and the certainty of His love. When you stand firm in your faith, when you refuse to let negativity or temptation define you, you become an unstoppable force, a light that pierces through the darkest of shadows, a testimony to God's unshakable promise. This is the moment where everything begins to shift. Chosen one, the prayers you've whispered in the quiet of the night, the dreams you've held close to your heart, the faith you've clung to through every storm, they are all coming together in a divine orchestration of God's glory. Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3:20. God is not just meeting your needs. He is exceeding them, pouring out blessings that will overflow into every area of your life. Your finances will flourish, your relationships will deepen, your purpose will become clearer than ever before. This is not a distant hope. This is a divine reality unfolding right now. As you step into this season of abundance, remember that God's blessings are not meant to be hoarded. They are meant to be shared, to flow through you to others, to become a source of hope and transformation for the world around you. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Every act of kindness, every moment you choose to help someone in need, every time you extend forgiveness instead of holding on to anger, these are the seeds you plant for a harvest of blessings that will not only transform your life, but the lives of those around you. Your generosity is a reflection of God's heart, a testament to His love working through you. Chosen one, the world needs your light now more than ever. In a time when so many are lost in darkness, when fear and division seem to reign, you are called to be a beacon of hope, a living example of what it means to walk in God's truth. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. Your presence, your faith, your goodness, they shine brighter than any chaos the world can offer. People will see you and be drawn to the peace that radiates from you, the joy that overflows from your heart, the prosperity that marks your life. They will know that something divine is at work in you, and they will want to know the God who makes it possible. Let's take a moment to ground this truth in your spirit. In the comments below, type, "I am blessed, I am chosen," or the number 888, to declare that you are ready to embrace this divine season of abundance. This comment section is a sacred space, a gathering of thousands of chosen ones who believe in God's promises and trust in His plan. When you comment, you're not just sharing words, you're joining a powerful movement of faith, amplifying the energy of God's truth in your life and in the lives of others. Together, we create a ripple effect of hope, of transformation, of divine power that cannot be contained. Chosen one, God's plan for you is not limited by the world's rules, by economic uncertainties, or by your past mistakes. His abundance knows no bounds, His love has no limits, and His purpose for you is eternal. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Psalm 23:1. This is your truth, your reality, your promise. You lack nothing because God is your provider, your protector, your guide. When you trust in Him, when you choose to live a life of goodness and faith, you open the door to a flow of blessings that will leave you in awe of His power. As you walk this path, you'll find that God's blessings come in unexpected ways. A financial opportunity that seems to appear out of nowhere. A relationship healed in a moment of grace. A sense of purpose that fills your heart with joy. These are not accidents. They are divine appointments, orchestrated by a God who knows you better than you know yourself. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of His bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. Deuteronomy 28:12. His provision is not just enough, it's more than enough, overflowing into every corner of your life. Living a life of divine abundance means living with courage. It means choosing faith over fear, love over hate, generosity over selfishness. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap. Luke 6:38. When you live with an open heart, when you trust in God's provision, you create space for His blessings to flow. Your kindness, your compassion, your willingness to serve others, these are the keys that unlock the storehouse of God's abundance. Chosen one, you are not here to blend in with the crowd. You were created to stand out, to shine, to be a living testament to God's power and love. The world may try to define you by your past, by your struggles, by what you lack. But God defines you by His purpose, His vision, His unending love for you. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139, 13-14. You are not a mistake. You are not an afterthought. You are a masterpiece, created with intention, with purpose, with a divine calling that sets you apart. As you step into this new season, know that God's timing is perfect. You may have waited. You may have wondered. You may have questioned if your prayers were heard. But hear this: every prayer, every tear, every moment of faith has been seen by God. The Lord is not slow in keeping His promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, He is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. 2 Peter 3:9. His patience has been your preparation, and now is the time when His promises come to life. Your life is a testimony to God's faithfulness. Every step you take in faith, every choice you make to live righteously, every moment you choose to trust in His plan, it all matters. The righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of Lebanon. Psalm 92:12. Your roots are deep, your branches are strong, and your life is bearing fruit that will last for generations. The legacy you leave behind will not just be about wealth or success. It will be about the lives you've touched, the hope you've inspired, the love you've shared.